What's up? This is Danny from the MTG Palace, and today I'm going to do my Red White Humans deck tech. I got 6 at the Grand Prix trial, which isn't that great, but at pretty much all my FNMs I get at like 5th, 4th, or 3rd place. I'm yet to break the top 2 with this deck, but I always place top 8 at least, even higher usually. So let's get into this. My first one drop, 4 Champion of Perish. It's pretty obvious for a humans deck. Whenever another human enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on him. So he gets really big with with any of my guys. Every single guy helps him get bigger. And he worked really well with Silverblade Paladin. And just not much explaining needed for this guy. He's just really good for a humans deck. My next one drop, I run 2 Doom Travelers. This is mainly because I really want to get a 1-drop when I play this deck. Also, he's good if I have an Honor the Pure out, and the Spirit is good because a lot of decks don't have flyers like Red Green Aggro, which is a deck that usually beats me. Moving on, moving into my 2 drops, I've got 2 Elite Inquisitors. He's good for Strike Vigilance, and the pro vampires and pro zombies is pretty relevant nowadays. Zombies is a deck that really is hard for me to beat, so pro zombies helps definitely. So next 2 drop, I've got 3 Stormblood Beserkers. He's really good because of obviously the Bloodthirst too, and he can't be blocked by 2 or more creatures. So if I pair him with a Silverblade Paladin, if he has Bloodthirst, that's 6 damage that you have to block with 2 guys, which lets other guys through, so he's really good with that. And then next 2 drop is 3 Thalios. Even if I'm playing another aggro deck, the first strike still really helps, which is what's good about her. But the non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast is really good because that just really ruins like almost all the decks that I play against. My last creature 2 drop is Lightning Mauler. This is probably my best guy, maybe him or Thalia. My best 2 drop because it gives another guy haste, which is usually Hero of Bladehold, if not maybe a Silverblade Paladin or a Mirror Crusader. So he is really good. I've got 2 Spanish ones. And then my last 2 drop is I've got 4 Honor of the Peers. 4 might be a bit much, but the only red creatures I have are the Lightning Maulers and the Stormblood Beserkers. So it helps every other creature in this deck, which is good. I have double strike guys, I have first strike guys, so that's really hard to beat if I've got an Honor out. So I think 4 is good. Moving on to my 3 drops, I've got 3 Silverblade Paladins. Gives another guy double strike. There's not much more that needs to be said about that. I've paired him with every single guy in this deck at least, well except for Mirror Crusader multiple times. He's really good in just about every scenario. My other 3 drop is one of my other 3 drops is 3 Mirror Crusaders. So you think I might have a conflict with the Mirror Crusader and the Silverblade Paladin if I have that in my hand, if I have both in my hand, but it's usually really situational. On pro black and green, if I'm playing like Wolf Run or Red Green Aggro, I'll play him, or if I need one of my guys to get bigger, I'll play him. So they definitely both work out very well. My last 3 drop last 3 drop creature, 2 Fiend Hunters. This is just about my only removal in this deck, but he's a 2-for-1. You remove a creature and you get a guy, so he's really good with that. Yeah, not much more needs to be said. My last 3 mana card is 3 Brimstone Volleys. I guess you could call this removal, but about 90% of the time I'll just use the Morbid effect for 5 damage straight to their face. 5 damage as a quarter of their health and with 1 card. So it's really good. This card it's also kind of a surprise to some people. Um, most red-white humans decks don't run Brimstone Volley, but it's really good, and it can be removable if I need it to be. And my 1/4 drop is the obvious 4 Hero Blade Holds. This is my win condition right here, one of my many win conditions, but if I get this guy out, I pretty much win. Again, pair it with Lightning Mauler works, pair it with Stormblood Paladin, that works. He's really good with an Honor of the Peer out, or she is. And just, nothing needs to be said about this card, it's insane. Now moving on to my mana base. 12 planes. That's because I only have 3 Brimstone Volleys, 3 Lightning Maulers, and 3 Stormblood Beserkers, so I don't need that much red. But the red that I do have, I've got 2 Mountains and 4 Cavern of Souls and 4 Clifftop Retreats. My final lands are 2 Slayer Stronghold. That's why I have 2 Mountains and 4 Clifftop Retreats. So I've got 6 red mana to help try to use the ability. Very rarely do I run into a problem where I don't have double white for Paladin, Crusader, Bladehold, or Inquisitor or Fiend Hunter. And also very rarely do I run into the problem where I don't have red to use Slayer Stronghold. This card's really good, that's why I run 2 of it. I don't think 1's enough because it's useful almost always with my double strike guys, or even just pumping a guy to kill one of their creatures. So he's really good. Alright, so now let's move on to my sideboard. Alright, so my first sideboard card is a Ratchet Bomb. I only have 1 of them. I would run 2 definitely, but this just destroys token decks. Entreat the Angels, which is a card that I cannot deal with unless I have a Ratchet Bomb out. So this card's really good for that, obviously. Next card, Witchbane Orb. That's kind of my replacement for a Ratchet Bomb, but you have Hexproof, so I guess it kind of helps with some red deck wins, and also destroy all curses attached to you. So blue-black control or Esper control, something like that. Curse of Death's Hold, that destroys my deck. So this card definitely helps with that. It's actually been kind of useful. My next card, got 2 Revoke Existence. This is, for many things. It could be for a sword, like a Sword of War and Peace, which I need this to deal with that. Could be for Birthing Pod, could be for an O-Ring. There's a lot of things that I use this on. So it's a versatile card and it's really good. Next card is 3 Celestial Purges. Exile target red permanent isn't really relevant. The black permanent is what's good. Like zombies, something like Phyrexian Obliterator or Metropolis Messenger. This guy's really good. Next card, I've got 3 Timely Reinforcements. That's for something like a Mirror Match, or red-green aggro, stuff like that. This is a really good card. Obviously, it's a pretty common sideboard card, and it's really good. Next card, I've got 3 Oblivion Rings. This could be something like if I'm playing a control deck with white in it to O-ring their O-rings, or if they have, some really crazy win condition like an Elish Norn, and then I O-ring that. My last one is 2 Zealous Conscripts. This hasn't been that helpful for me yet, but it's pretty much a win condition against certain decks. Like, say they have a Planeswalker, I could steal something like a Gideon and attack with him, or I could steal a Planeswalker and use their ultimate. So it's a really versatile card because you just gain control of target permanent. So that's pretty handy. That's why I like it, and I've got 2 of those. But that's my deck. I'm making blue-black zombies right now, so I'm not, I won't be using this deck for much longer, unless my blue-black zombies deck just fails. But leave some suggestions and comments, and I'll see you guys later.